Let's imagine a scenario, a case study. We have an individual experiencing anxiety. And I want to share with you that in my book, which is on the table over there, called Stay Woke and Ignite Your Soul, and it's directly relevant to this presentation because it has in it the 7 steps that I'm presenting tonight, and a case study that I personally did that reviewed 30 patients in a group therapy who went through this system of consciousness 7-step program, and over 10 weeks their anxiety was reduced between 3% and 75%. And you can read the study at the back of the book. So the system is designed to deal with people who have anxiety and who have depression. Let's examine a person who has anxiety. This is a young 30-year-old individual. He has financial stress at work because the younger people at work have got promotions and he hasn't been promoted in 3 years. Got financial pressure. He's got workplace politics, where people at work, his boss is on his case all the time. Even though he does his work, but his boss keeps saying that he's not being a leader, not showing leadership potential. So he's pressuring him. He's got self-control issues in the workplace because he's got people who are interested in talking to him. He's a married man with 3 children, and he's got to exhibit self-control. Social pressure. All of his friends in their 30s are moving up as vice presidents in their companies, and he's still staying at a managing level. He's got social peer pressure. He's got marriage issues. He has pressure in his marriage. His wife of 3 years and 3 small children saying we can't pay the tuition. We're not making enough money. And he feels unappreciated for all the things that he does do. And raising children. One of his kids has ADD and is in therapy. And other kids are little, and his wife is very involved with the child, but he doesn't get a look in. He's not being involved. He's not being allowed to be involved because the wife is very involved with the child. He's not really included. So this is a young man who's got anxiety. So we would explore with him the antecedents of his anxiety, take a history, and find out how he grew up. We would find out that was there sibling rivalry in his upbringing? And he would tell me, yeah, well, I had an older sister, 3 years older than me, who was a star. She was a star, and she was popular. She was good in athletics. She was good at school. She was great, and always got the stars and the medals and all the accolades from the teachers. And I has potential, not yet fulfilling his potential. Well, when are you going to fulfill your potential? Right? Critical parents on his case. I got 76. Well, what do other kids get? Well, how come you got 76? What about 79? What about 85? Why did you get that? And by the way, I just came from a home, friends of mine in Passaic. And she said to me that she grew up with loving, positive parents. When she came home with a 76 in math, she didn't do very well. Her mother said, but you got 96 in Chumash? I said, that's the first time I ever heard a parent say that, right? Say, why? Let's study harder, let's get you a tutor, let's work harder, let's prepare better, let's learn with Abba, let's get you an Avrech to learn with you. But here is a mother who says, you got 76? That's okay, because you got 96 in Chumash, right? That's brilliant for someone 30 years ago who said that to their child. Lonely. I'm not popular. Everyone else is cool growing up in teenage years. I didn't have a girlfriend growing up, and everyone else did. I wasn't a quarterback. Abuse. He was bullied at school, and hit by his father. And he remembers that physical corporal punishment. And bullied at school. And he also found out later when he was 9 or 10 years old that he had a learning disability. So it's no wonder that when we do a presentation of a client who has anxiety or depression, and we do the history, it's very likely that we will find 1, 2, 3, or all of these antecedents. So a person comes to the table with this difficulty, and I'm suggesting that we present to him or her this 7 steps of consciousness to deal with that issue.